I'm Maria from Kiev. I live in Ukraine. And from the first days of war, I'm working as a photographer, but also a fixer. Fixer is somebody who helps foreign journalists to organize their activity, interviews, looking for contacts, and also being interpreting. Yeah, but at the same time, I made my own pictures as well. This is a small girl during the evacuation process on railroad station, because it was a lot of people with children. And to my surprise, all the children were cool and calm, having their toys, just don't understand what's going on, but maybe the parents told that we are going to the countryside, to beautiful places, and maybe they feel okay now, even if they moved abroad. So for children it's much more easy to get involved to the new context. Everything is so interesting, so new. At evacuation process at the railroad station, one of the first day, terrible quantity of people was there. It was stuck, like you can hardly find your way. Of course, it was easy to make pictures because nobody paid attention to photographers, nobody paid attention to anyone. The only dream was just to get to the train and get somewhere out of Kiev. Lots of people were crying, lots of people were afraid, and but some people were pretty calm and cool, and we also went down to the tracks to make interview of some people, and I heard that somebody asked, "Can I go without a ticket?" And the lady from the train said, "Only without a ticket, because it's evacuation train." So the people were stuck into the people like herrings into the jar, and they slept in corridors, they slept in toilet, close to the toilet, and some people were evacuating cats and dogs also. I didn't evacuate, but I have friends who did it, and they said the most terrible quality of human nature has appeared. Lots of people were like dogs or wolves, like, "Ah, get out of here!" The lady is saying goodbye to her husband, so she leaves, but her husband stays, because men don't have right to leave the country. I have brother living in Donbass. He just went to the shop to buy some bread. They caged him and brought him to the army. And since they don't have any military preparation, they are supposed just like to dig the trenches, or they are brought to the first line, like we call it cannon meat.
You stayed in Kiev?
Yeah. Because I have mother. No, I'm not afraid. I don't know why. I just don't. Yeah. I'm also a big fan of these hedgehogs. I never saw them in my life yet, and finally they are everywhere, all of a sudden. And I like the construction. The construction is quite practical and also like witty. Only 3 poles. I have several at home, and once I saw the hedgehogs from Odessa, and somebody make a message there from the Jewish people from Odessa, like to Russian people. One of the symbols for me is this like window glasses, because sometimes they create such a peculiar shape, like as if it's something beautiful, but in fact it's only like broken glass. broken glass, but it was exact profile of my mother.
More or less this, not on the same level. That's not nice. It's so. I have to use this.
Oh, what is this?
This is the man dressed as a wolf. We call them mascot. It's a main square of Kiev, so he just walks there, taking picture with people. They give him some money, for example, if they want. And then it was written with sandbags, like "Help us!" And I thought, what a beautiful idea for the artist, because they can create all kind of words with the sandbags.
Dit soort foto's zijn het meest duidelijk. Die laten die afschuwelijke bebouwing net zien, hoe dat nu is geworden. Dus daarom vind ik dat een foto die heel goed het beeld geeft, die natuurlijk ook. Die het beeld geven hoe verschrikkelijk die oorlog is. Op het gebied van kunst vind ik dit veel interessanter in feite dan ja, dat is moeilijk om dat te vergelijken, omdat die foto's een soort extra dimensie geven. Het is een leerboek geweest, les 10, van kennelijk Russisch naar het Engels. Je kan hierachter gaan denken dat de school is geraakt door een bombardement.
Yeah, it's for children. This is a real city center. The houses are very tall. For example, theater of opera and ballet. Almost all the exhibitions are being held here. Also, in Kharkiv there is a lot of bright shops. People are friendly, but very busy. In Kharkiv you can all the time learn something new. And this is Kharkiv, in fact.
Ja.
Amazing, this text.
It was interesting to see what the people find the most precious. Somebody was evacuating like suitcases, somebody was like with dogs, and this guy is with acoustic guitar.
And can you tell your connection with Baba?
Once I read an announcement in internet that some establishment that either was directing is having a workshop connected with moving activity. Of course I ran immediately because I like all kind of moving activity, and I was also dancing. And on the very first day, I felt that something important happened, because we don't have this kind of physicality in Ukraine. We have only just like, I don't know, dance and yoga, but Ida combined everything in one stuff and also grounded it with some philosophy. And immediately it was obvious that something unusual is happening. And then they came again, and I was lucky to get into the second workshop, which was out of Kiev in the small city of Berdichev, and France arrived there. And being a photographer, of course, I was interested also with France's part of activity, because he's a photographer, and also making projections. And bit by bit, we began our communication. My specialty is like portraits, theater photography, sport, but I'm not popular. But when I began to take war pictures, I suddenly became popular. Yeah, but it's sad that the world is interested in like war photography much more than in portraits or theater and sport. So it's a kind of hype, I think.